Everyone dreams of a better tomorrow, the parents, the students alike, and it will impact the communities and even our nation. However, a certain percentage enter the labor market mismatch. Dynamic Youth would like to invite you, dear viewers, in the next 60 minutes to join us here with our young people from the COC FINMA School and, of course, our honored guests to discuss with us job career mismatch.
I graduated as a teacher and now currently working as a secretary.
Hi, I'm Darrell, a nursing graduate currently working as a secretary.
Business Customs Administration. Karon nagtrabaho isip lay evangelist at the same time literature evangelist.
A graduate of Bachelor of Science in Commerce and now works as a secretary.
Graduar ako sa kurso nga criminology. Apan karon katrabaho ko isip nga security guard.
I have a bachelor's degree in nursing. I'm a registered nurse, but I work as an office secretary.
I'm an electrical engineering graduate, but now I'm currently working as a chef.
I'm an HRM graduate, and I'm currently working as a medical transcriber.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome to the show my favorite guests. Marami akong favorite na guests kasi pabalik-balik sila. And uunahin ko po on my left, yung aking katabing gwapong walang iba, kundi ang aming Chief Program Specialist of CHED 10, Dr. Juanito Demetrio. Good evening, Dr. June.
Good evening.
Okay? And of course, ang aming guidance counselor na napakaganda dito naman po sa COC, si Miss Faith Colarte. Good evening, Miss Faith.
Good evening, Doc.
Yes, and ang ating taga-dole, ang walang hupas, walang kumpay, no? A very energetic man who is always on the go. We can always approach and ask him to join us to discuss what is new with the labor market. We have here Dr. Juan Rodrigo Deloso. Good evening, sir. Dole Region 10.
Good evening too, Doc.
Okay? And sa akin namang kanan ay ang ating mga kabataan ngayon, no? At sinabi ko nga kanina bago nagsimula ang show, ang gaganda at ang pupogi naman nila, no? I'd like to start off by welcoming Justin.
Good evening, Doc.
Yes. And what course are you taking, Justin?
I'm currently taking Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, Doc.
And you are on your fourth year?
Fourth year.
Okay. And of course, we have here Franchet.
Yes, Doc. Good evening.
I like your name, Franchet.
Thank you very much.
And you are taking?
BS Criminology here at COC FINMA.
Yeah. Isipin mo naman, ang mga nag-criminology ngayon ay mga naggagandahang dilag. So, there was a time na panglalaki lang yan, di ba, Doc? Ngayon, meron na, it's invaded by women also, and they're very pretty at that. And of course, at the back, I have Miss Lynn. Lynn, anong kinukuha mo? Yeah, please.
Good evening, Doc. I am currently taking up BS Accounting Technology.
And you are what level?
Fourth year.
Fourth year also. And ipapahuli ko si June eh. Unahin ko muna yung nandoon, no? I'd like to ask Ernest.
Good evening, Doc. I'm Ernest Razonable. I'm currently taking up Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, 5th year.
Okay. And the last but not the least, we have June.
Good evening, Doc. I'm a graduate of BS Information Technology.
And currently working.
I'm currently working at the Registrar's Office, admin staff.
Okay. So, heto yung ating mga, so star-studded ang aking mga guests ngayon. Let me start off by asking the young people here on my right. First, what made you decide on the course that you have right now? Maybe, Franchet. Kasi parang mga lalaki talaga ang criminology eh. What made you decide? Bakit nagustuhan mo na yun ang kunin mo?
Actually, I'm influenced by my mother. And actually, it's also my first choice. I want to be a police officer someday. Higher ranks, maybe.
So, yung mother mo works as a police officer?
No.
Hindi. Pero you were influenced by her?
Yes, she just want me to see in uniform like PNP officers.
So, kung baga, hindi naman magkalayo yung gusto mo at yung gusto ng nanay mo?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what about you?
It has always been my dream, Doc, to really to shape the future generation. So without second thought, I actually took this course because I believe that somehow or perhaps I can shape the future of the child And I always believe that I can't earn thousands of money here, but I'm fair, and I'm so proud to claim, Doc, that sooner or later I can produce a globally competitive individuals in the society.
Wow, ang galing naman. Let's give him a round of applause. Alam mo ito, naninindig yung balahibo ko hearing them, you know? Particularly this young guy here, si Justin, who wants to shape and mold young people to become globally competitive. Hindi biro ngayon maging teacher. Di ba? Pawala na mga teachers. Kaya nga tayo nag-iinganyo na magpaiwan sila sa Pilipinas. And what about you, Lynn? Ano naman yun sa'yo? Magkaroon ng maraming pera kasi accountancy yun eh.
Honestly, Doc, it was not my first choice to be an accountancy student. It's my parents. And as a young individual who doesn't know much more about the courses being offered, I later on agreed to be an accountancy student because I don't want them to blame me if ever I fail in a course I want to take. So I just follow their decision because I know they want it for me and they know that I can do it.
Ang galing, no? So may makikita kayo dito na merong sila ang may gusto, meron naman yung iba na dahil gusto ng mga magulang nila. And we will discuss later kung ano yung impact niyan. And what about you?
Good evening, Doc.
Yes.
Maybe one of the factors that I consider that made me decide to choose mechanical engineering is because of the scholarship condition. Currently now, I'm enjoying the Commission on Higher Education scholarship grant. So in their program, scholarship program, they have their priority courses. So in their priority courses, I choose mechanical engineering because I think it is in demand today, and because of my relatives abroad, they influence me to choose that course.
Okay, so andi dito ang CHED. So medyo kailangang magpasikat tayo. Dahil andyan pala yung ang pera para sa pagpaparal. Yes, June, what make you choose IT also?
Siguro, Doc, when I was young, I was very fascinated by computers, robots, and siguro...
So dapat kanina ginest kita nung aking episode nung minsan na technology, no? The wired generation. Yes.
Yes, kasi even before, I was always fascinated, and the IT industry is always fast-moving. It's very dynamic. Then I like how IT serve as one of the major factors na it's been part of our life today. So,
and since you are working already in the registrar's office, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, Doc.
Right, no? And that one, na-i-apply mo naman yung pinag-aralan mo sa iyong trabaho ngayon.
Yes, Doc, because we are now using computers.
Okay. So yun yung kagandahan. So hindi siya nagkaroon ng job-career mismatch. Ito na ngayon si Ched, Dr. June. Sabi niya, meron daw kayong scholarship programs. Ano ba ito?
Well, actually, we have about 21 or 26 kind of scholarship at the Commission on Higher Education. And this is for our graduating high school students. And there is some sort of a grant, and there's also a competitive scholarship program.
Heto po ba na program ninyo, is it geared towards encouraging the, soon to be in college students to be able to choose properly the careers that they should go into?
As mentioned, we have what we call priority courses from 2011 to 2016. And engineering is one of the priority courses. Also information technology. And we have also agriculture, environmental science, science and mathematics. We have also additional courses like BS in social welfare.
So wala pong hindi kasali doon sa program niyo ang medicine?
Sa medicine, we have pharmacy, radiologic, and what's the other one? There are three of them.
Okay.
But hindi kasama yung
Hindi kasama. Kasi
medicine.
pwede pang mag-apply doon. Okay. Sir June, you have these programs, no, which are geared towards encouraging the young people to go into this kasi sinabi nyo priority. Does it mean na you have to work hand in hand with DOLE sa ilan ni Dr. Rodrigo para malaman natin kung ano yung pinaka-in-demand at ano yung dapat kunin ng mga kabataan?
Actually, in coming up with the priority courses, there's a process that we have to undergo. So this is actually an interagency linkages activity. So we gathered all the agencies in a meeting, like DOLE and the other CHED, DepEd, and the other government agencies, and try to find out what are really the courses that would be needed by the industry. So for 2011 to 2016, we have already given the list of the priority courses in which our scholars and grantees would have to take. Otherwise, if they are not taking these courses, then they would not be able to avail of the scholarship and the grants.
So, Ma'am Faith, let me go to you naman, sa school na side naman. How do you assess your enrollees kung sila ay naaangkop sa kanilang pinag-applyan?
We provide assessment tests for our first year during their entry at COC. We facilitate the aptitude test provided by APSA and occupational interest test provided by CEM. So that we will be able to identify their interests and then occupational inventory.
Yung tinatawag nating National College Admission Entrance Tests, is this still being looked into when you take in the freshies?
In COC, we do not really follow the in-Kai results. However, we try to maximize that whatever the potentials, the skills, and interests of the students will also be enrolled on the course for freshmen, for first-year college.
So, in your opinion, ma'am, being a guidance counselor, what do you think would be the greatest factor that an incoming student should consider in choosing his or her career?
Primarily the skills, the potential, and the interest.
So yun yung dapat na kailangan pag-anuhin nila.
So that they can work on the 4 years of college because they are interested with the course. They have the skills to do that thing, and then in the future they'll be able to perform well because that is really innate in them. Okay,
puntahan naman natin, Doc, sa DOLE naman po. Before we started the show kanina, I asked you, ano po kaya ang ating employment or unemployment rate ngayon dito? Let's just talk about Region 10 kasi andi dito pa lang tayo. And maybe we can go as high as national later.
Actually, in Region 10, we have a labor force of 2.5 million. And out of this 2.5 million, we have only 1.94 million who are employed. And that represents 94.4%.
Okay, mataas.
Mataas. In fact, if we look into a simple presentation on that, of the 20 people aged 15 to 64, because these are the bracket in which these are employable age. And therefore, in Northern Mindanao, so out of that 20 people, 19 of them are employed. Only one is unemployed. So meaning we're happy that Northern Mindanao has that kind of rating as far as
So we invite the other people from other places to come to Northern Mindanao.
Yes, of course, because Northern Mindanao has a lot of opportunities here.
Yes. And let me go back to the young panelists here. Are you happy with what you are into right now? Or do you see something like in the future, you may opt to change what you have now?
I am happy that I am in BS Criminology at COC FINMA, ma'am, and I don't opt to change my course in the future. Maybe add another course, but not change.
Okay, what about you, Ern?
As an old cliche goes, Doc, learning is a continuous process.
Okay.
I am so proud to claim that I'm so happy and contented of what my course right now. And I always believe that even if in teaching you cannot really earn money, bundles of bucks, but I always believe that somehow when I visit different institutions and even different places, I can see and I can claim that once upon a time, I was once a shaper of that professional.
Ang galing naman nila, no? Napaka ano nila, Doc, para tayong tumanda bigla. Yes, Ito, would you like to say something? Teka, bago ikaw, sabihin ko sa'yo, I'd like to correct you when you say na as a shaper, as a molder of the future generation of, students, na walang bundles of pera, maraming pera, di po ba ang magturo? Ha? Sige nga, sir, sa dole muna. Di ba maraming pera?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We have a lot of money for you.
Yes. See?
For as long as you work.
And I'll be expecting for that.
Yes, Ito, you're about to say something there already. You're on the go.
I am so amazed with the students that we have there, and it's a pride to see all of these young future professionals to have that kind of perspective in life, very positive, and that's what we need in the world today.
And balikan ko si Dr. June. Dr. June, ano kaya ang kailangan ng mga kabataan bago sila pumili ng kanilang kurso?
Well, personally, what comes to my mind always is that based on what I have seen in a movie, ano yun? 3 Idiots yata yun.
3 Idiots, yes. Who has not seen that? It's a beautiful movie.
3 Idiots.
Yes.
So make your passion your profession.
Okay. So dapat passion should be number 1. Hindi lang siya skills, kundi pati yung pagiging passionate mo with what you are doing.
I couldn't agree with you more again, sir. You know, when you have that passion or liking to do that something, then it will turn out to our future teacher who doesn't actually see teaching as a very lucrative profession. No, actually, the irony is, it is. When it is your passion, then the money will just follow.
Yes, and I have a question for our live audience tonight. And I'd like you to answer this very, honestly. My question is, do you think that the course that you should take should be dictated upon by somebody else other than your passion?
Okay, so there you go. So that is our statement. Do you think that the course that you should be taking now will have, in one way or another, influenced by external forces? So if you like the statement, show this board. So you have the like board. If you dislike the statement, then show me this. Okay? So show me your boards. Do you like or dislike the statement? Ay naku, magtatanong ako, Doc.
Oh, yes.
Dito sa likod. Parang may confused, nakaganito. Okay. So there you go. Sir, what's your name?
Brett John, sir.
John. Okay, John, what's your course now?
IT, sir.
IT, so information technology. Correct. Okay. So in the future, how do you picture yourself? I mean, where do you want to work?
Well, I want to work at the Microsoft.
Social, kasi kailangan sa Microsoft daw siya magtatrabaho. I heard it loud and clear.
Yes, Microsoft. Ayaw mo sa iba?
Nothing else.
Oh,
Ayaw niya sa iba.
Microsoft. So, how do you see yourself several years from now working at Microsoft?
I can't tell, so...
You can't tell for now, but for sure, no, with the skills that will be given to you in your training, then you're gonna be one of the best workers there. Okay, what about you, ma'am? What's your name?
Luella.
What again?
Luella.
Luella. What's your course now?
Yes, IT.
IT also. Sino naman dyan hindi IT?
IT sila lahat.
Ay, okay.
So,
Ako lang pala hindi.
So, magiging flooded ang Microsoft.
Oo, ikaw naman. So, wag naman sa Microsoft this time, ma'am. Kay sir yun. Where do you want to work?
Anywhere basta merong meron din programming ganun. Kasi gusto ko pong maging programmer.
Programmer. What about if in the future there will be no available slots for those who would want to work in the info world or computer world? What are you gonna do? Are you considering do you consider, sir, that in the future you're gonna be working for another company that's not related to computers? What's your name, sir?
Carlo.
Carlo. So the question, sir, is if in the future it would not be possible for you anymore to work in the information world or in IT world, do you consider yourself, teaching in a university or doing something else?
No, because IT is my passion.
Passion nga naman, Doc. Sinabi mo kasi kanina passion, Doc. So,
Kailangan
ayan na.
passion.
Wala na, number 1, di ba?
Paano na yung aking career mismatch? Okay, balikan ko mamaya si Dr. Rodrigo pagbalik natin.
Okay, thank you very much, Doc.
From the 7,107 islands of the Philippines comes our sun-kissed warm congratulations to Hope Channel's newest milestone.
We are proud to be a part of the Hope Channel team. This is the Lord's work.
He will carry us through.
And Team Philippines is with you all the way.
Worldwide Ministry of the Hope Channel.
Mabuhay!
I graduated as a teacher and now currently working as a secretary.
Hi, I'm Darrell, a nursing graduate, currently working as a secretary.
Business Customs Administration. Karon nagtrabaho isip lay evangelist at the same time literature evangelist.
I graduate of Bachelor of Science in Commerce and now works as a secretary.
Gadwar ako sa kurso nga Criminology. Apan karon katrabaho ko isip nga security guard.
I have a bachelor's degree in nursing. I'm a registered nurse, and I work as an office secretary.
Wait, I'm an electrical engineering graduate, but now I'm currently working as a chef.
I'm an HRM graduate and I'm currently working as a medical transcriber.
We are young. We are strong. We make the world a better home. Dynamic youth.
Back here on Dynamic Youth together with the very passionate students of COC FINMA. Before I throw back it to you, Doc, I would like to ask one very important question to our live audience here. Sabi kasi nila, Doc, some or many of the students now who are choosing for a course is actually just driven with the image that they wanted to have. Like take, for example, a nurse who doesn't necessarily want to work in a hospital, but who would just want to wear a white uniform. Or a student who doesn't necessarily want to work in a police precinct or wherever, a law enforcer, but who just wanted to wear the uniform. So, I would like to ask you, sir, what's your name?
John D. Canicon.
Sir, do you believe with what the other people believe?
No, sir.
No. What's your course now?
BS in Architecture.
Architecture.
Architecture siya.
Ito naman meron naman pala tayong non-IT. Okay, so there you go. Sir, very interesting. Your course is very interesting now, architecture. So, do you consider yourself in the future, if ever the demand would go low, not to be negative about it, no, but if ever in the future the demand would go low for architects, do you consider yourself doing another stuff that's not related to building houses?
For me, sir, maybe not, sir, because I see myself as a better architect in the future, sir, building those beautiful buildings and houses, and I really love my passion, sir, in drawing, sir.
Okay, so it really started with a love of drawing and then it grew to making houses for every Filipino. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Go back to you, Doc.
Okay. So isipin nyo naman, hindi na nga naman mauubusan ang taong gustong magkaroon ng sariling bahay. So okay ka lang dyan. Now, balikan ko ngayon itong aking mga guests dito. Unahin ko si Dr. Deloso. Doc, Sinabi natin kanina, passion should be the driving force pag pumili sila ng course nila. Sinabi na naman din ng mga students natin, IT sila, karamihan nila. Is information technology in the list also sa inyong listahan ng pwede nilang pasukin sa ngayon?
I think information technology is also one of the in-demand courses. As you look into the key generators for Region 10, I think it is stated that ICT or the BPO, like for example, those that are actually employed in IT, like the concentrics that we have in Cagayan de Oro, it constitutes that it's really in demand.
Ano-ano po bang mga nasa listahan ng DOLE ngayon na pwede nating i-encourage ang mga kabataan na they can choose from this list of courses?
Okay.
Yung top 10 ngayon.
Top 10. Actually, we have a percentage distribution of major occupation in Region 10. And one among those who emerge as the first are the laborers and unskilled workers. That constitute the first one occupation. The second is it's farmers, forestry workers, and fishermen. Number 3 is service workers and shop and market sales workers. Number 4 is plant and machine operators and assemblers. Number 5, trades and related work. And number 6, those are clerks. Number 7, professionals. Number 8, technicians and associate professionals. And of course, not discounting the officials of government and special interest organizations.
So yung kanilang mga binanggit na mga kurso, criminology, education, mechanical engineering, accountancy, IT, lahat yan, pasok yan sila, sir?
Pasok. As far as the demand courses are concerned, the major courses that are supposed to look into, to be looked upon by students, not by their parents, but it should be through the students, through their interest and passion. These are courses for information technology, agriculture and related fields, teacher education. We have also math and sciences, engineering, health sciences.
So saan ngayon papasok, sir? Sir, pasok ko kay Dr. June. Saan ngayon papasok ang ating labor market mismatch? Considering na yung mga binasa ni Dr. Deloso, mukha namang yung mga kagustuhan ng mga kabataan na to ay pumasok naman. So saan natin matatranslate yan, Dr. June?
First of all, I would like to clarify about mismatch. Mismatch, as defined by one expert, says that it is actually a mismatch between vacancies and unemployed workers. And if they possess different kind of skills and they are located in different locations, then unemployment would go down.
Okay.
Now, there are 4 kinds of mismatch. 4 sila.
Okay.
One is the structural mismatch. Ito yung dynamics ng number of graduates or unemployed workers against the number of vacancies available. The
So
other,
yun yung sinasabi And so far, what do you come up with in terms of ano yung data ninyo na lumabas?
From the previous year, 90% of our graduates were employed on the areas or the careers that they have already graduated.
Okay.
So, parang masaya sa amin yun na department,
Yes, that's
no?
true.
Because 2 years before that, marami kaming parang underemployed kasi most of them went to call center jobs when in fact they graduated in education, they graduated in engineering, nursing courses. So at least last year, andun na yung mismatching of jobs, matching of jobs into their from their professions.
Okay. And I'd like to ask the live audience now to interact with us. How do you see yourselves in the future? Like, are you afraid that what you have, you know, what you are taking now, and when you graduate from it, that you may not have the job that you are looking for?
Okay, so back here on the audience, I would like to ask, sir, what's your name?
Chris Ayan.
All right, Ayan. So tanong ni Doktora is, are you afraid that in the future you might not land in a job which will match the course that you have today? What's your course, by the way?
Computer engineering.
Computer engineering. Okay, so there you go. In the future, you will not be landing on a certain job or a position that will not handle computers at all.
I think I will be sad because it is not my profession that I will be working on.
Okay, so Doc, ayun Doc, he will find
Malulungkot
himself
siya.
unfortunate that he will not be working and using the course that he was trained for. So what about, I need another perspective. Like take for example, no, it's okay, sir. I mean, even if it is a job mismatch, still I have a job rather than not working at all. Sir, what's your name?
J. Michael Van Romero.
All right, Jay. So the question is, would it be okay with you that in the future you're not gonna be doing the job that you are trained for in college?
Actually, for me, okay sa amin dahil my mother was relying on my party. Kahit anong mga trabaho, pwede basta at least makatulong sa pamilya.
Okay, so according to him, Doc, a job is different from a career because job will sustain him and his family. Career, that's something that's driven by passion.
Yes. And so I would like now to ask our panelists of young people here, and you can answer this when we return, no? But first, I would like to ask you, if you are to see yourselves 10 years from today, and you see that there's already a shift in the need of what you have already taken, would you be willing to go down to that gray area na hindi naman talaga ito ang gusto ko, and yet ito lang yun pwede kong gawin? Ha? So we will answer that when we return. Please stay tuned.
Hope Channel viewers are loyal, encouraging friends and neighbors to watch. Why? Our viewers believe that Hope Channel not only enhances living, but changes lives through its compelling lineup of programs. Documentaries take subscribers around the world and back through time, visiting places where history was made. Fascinating biographies open up the lives and times of people who made a difference. Travel programs transport the viewer around the world, demonstrating how people work together to make a better planet. Inspirational programming challenges viewers to experience the joy of discovering faith values and offers spirituality as an important part of a balanced lifestyle. Health and lifestyle programs teach disease prevention and make healthy living simple and attractive. Hope Channel programs provide invaluable support for developing healthy relationships and strong communities. Welcome to donor-supported Hope Channel.
graduated as a teacher and now currently working as a secretary.
Hi, I'm Darrell, a nursing graduate, currently working as a secretary.
Business Customs Administration. Karon nagtrabaho isip lay evangelist at the same time literature evangelist.
I graduate of Bachelor of Science in Commerce and now works as a secretary.
Gadwar ako sa kurso nga criminology. Apan karon katrabaho ko isip nga security guard.
I have a bachelor's degree in nursing. I'm a registered nurse, but I work as an office secretary.
I'm an electrical engineering graduate, but now I'm currently working as a chef.
I'm an HRM graduate and I'm currently working as a medical transcriber.
We are young. We are strong. To make the world a better home. Dynamic youth.
All right, back here on the show, here on Dynamic Youth, with our topic, Career Mismatch. We are going to be going back to our panel of guests with the question that a decade from now, if ever in the future, you will not be dealing with the kind of job that you are trained for in college, would you be very open-minded enough to go down the notch, as they say, and have a blue-collar job or a particular position that wasn't actually your dream to begin with?
Who would want to answer that first? Tanungin natin si mechanical engineer.
Good evening, everyone.
So instead of you working on your passion, kailangan kang maging agriculturist. So anong mangyayari ngayon?
I think for me, it would be okay. Kasi ano po, new knowledge, parang new environment. Kasi po, kapag new environment, I think we will learn to love that environment. Kasi wala na kasing choice eh. Kasi yung sinabi mo kanina, Doc, kapag agriculture na lang yung natira, there's no choice kasi wala kayong makakain. Kasi yan na lang yung natirang job eh. So, that's it.
So okay lang sa'yo. Yes, ikaw, June. Kunyari, natanggal ka dyan sa iyong ginalalagyan. Hari nawang hindi mangyari. No? At ang i-offer lang naman sa'yo ay maging sales clerk. So anong mangyayari sa'yo ngayon?
Siguro, I will choose that career, Doc, if what the industry needs. Kasi for me, as long as I have work, as long as I provide food on my plate, basta siguro, basta na may work, okay lang siguro, Doc.
Okay, what about you, Lynn?
I also agree with that, ma'am. I would still be willing to shift to another field, if ever, if the demand for the accountancy student lessens in the future. But besides, I believe that it is not the course you are taking today will lead you to employment. It is your capacity, your skills, your abilities will lead you to employment. It is the willingness, the eagerness for you to learn new things, to help your family and everything. So that's why.
Yeah, that's true. Pero, for as long as may BIR, kailangan na accountants, di ba? Oh, so wala kang ano doon, walang talo yun. Yes. What about Francie?
10 years from now, well, I'll be 29 years old that time. Yes, I'll be willing to go down. For example, if I will be in senior inspector someday, well, I can be a teacher in criminology schools and teaching criminology students.
Wala na ngang papasok na criminology.
No, hindi naman yan mangyayari, ma.
Okay, I was just teasing you. Yes, but how about you, Ernest?
With that scenario, Doc, I always believe that educators are tagged as flexible people. With that, since we are flexible, I believe we're open-minded enough to go down just in case, and I hope God will forbid. And with that, I'll be very open. As long, because I find this scenario as a practical reason.
Yes.
So as a means of living, why not? Go with the trend.
Okay. Now, let me ask my co-host, kasi there's something interesting with him. And I will now ask my panelists here to react to what he has to say. Open book tayo ngayon, Ito.
Okay.
You know, my co-host here is a graduate of nursing. So licensed and all. And yet, he is not working as a nurse. And he is into something else. What is that, Itu?
Why is that?
What is that?
Okay, that's
What
a very
is
nice
that? Not
question
why.
in front of my students. Okay? So, the question, Doc, is why?
What?
What?
What is that? What are you into now? Kung
Okay.
bakit hindi ikaw nag-nurse?
Okay, I graduated as a nurse 6 to 7 years ago. And then after that one, I decided to teach. Same thing with you, sir. I teach English and train students who would want to go abroad. I have been living with these students who have dreams of going to an English-speaking country. I teach them on how to speak the language with accent from north to south. So that's it. That's practically what I have been doing for the past half a decade already. I haven't practiced as a nurse so far, but...
Are you happy with what you have now?
Of course, yes, because that's what I have learned from our panel. This idea has been in my head for quite a time already. It's just that in this particular episode that we had, that I had converted those ideas into words. And that is, job is for here, career is for here and here.
Yes, let's give him a round of applause. Now, I want you, the three of you, you have to react to what he had to say. In other words, hindi naman siya labor market mismatch eh. Yung kanya is, there was a shift, di ba? And that is where I would want you to react on, etong mga kabataan ngayon, we always train our children, our students, to become employed persons. But according to statistics, ang atin daw economy is driven by the medium and the micro, small businesses. So heto ngayon siya, isa siya doon. So yes, sir. Unahin natin si Dr. Deloso.
Actually, the thing in life is you should look into your existence, no? And therefore, it's a matter of stomach. Although you have the heart and the passion to do what course that you look into or you graduated from, but somehow it would be in practical way because we have a changing world. And this world will tell us how you react to that. Like for example, this lady is aspiring to become a senior superintendent.
And she wants to be a TNP director.
Yeah. But somehow the changing world will tell us that we are now on advanced computer stage, robotic stage. Somehow, someday, if the policeman will become the robots.
Yes.
What would you then react to that situation? And therefore, you should look into that you should jive with the robots. And therefore, you look into that there are other aspects wherein you can hone yourself. You can have your skills aside from the passion that you have. I believe that you can excel in any field for as long as you have that innate passion to your heart. Because the passion that you are looking into your courses would not mean that this is it, but only to find out that it's being influenced by your parents, by your peers, or maybe your barcadas. But later on, it happened that it's just a matter of your timeline that it's not the appropriate course anymore. Why? Because it would also tell us that courses would depend on the economy of a country.
Okay.
Like for example, what happened on our nurses, wherein there was very much in demand in the US of A. That was 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, when the economy of US is locking down, somehow they look for 700,000 nurses coming out from other countries. But when the administration come in, the new one, so they decreased that one to a matter of 10,000 to 6,000. So what about the other nurses who are preparing themselves to go abroad?
So ngayon si Miss Faith, ano kaya Miss Faith ang ano ninyo sa school sa mga ganyan? Do you also encourage, do you integrate in your courses, in the curriculum, na dapat hetong mga kabataan na to should also be taught entrepreneurship. Hindi lang kung ano yung kurso nila, doon lang sila.
Yes, our curriculum focuses on competencies and skills of the students. At the same time, I would just like to be clarified, no, that the courses that we are enrolling in college does not determine who we are, our job in the future. It's just a means of, it's just a means to an end, no? Like for me, for example, no, I was working for 7 years in a in a business world, no. But I graduated in a course of psychology. But I shifted, no. I shifted after 7 years. Then I become now a guidance counselor. So, yun lang yung parang interest mo, yung need ng trend, and that at the same time, ano yung talagang passion mo? No, I would like to comment on the on Romelyn, no. Hindi daw yung trabaho ang hindi daw yung kurso ang nagbibigay ng trabaho, no, the skills. And
It's the skills.
probably that applies to Ito, no?
Yes.
Ito was also a friend, no, long time ago, and then yung course niya does not determine of who he will be in the future as a nurse, but the passion in him to help others, the skills that he has in communication, no, and somehow help not only himself but also a lot of people to be able to also feed themselves and feed their family.
Yes, so kay Dr. June ngayon.
Yeah, I have a lot to say.
Yes.
First
But I will limit you.
Yeah, first and foremost, we should have a paradigm shift, no? Because after graduation, the first thing that you would do is to write your application letters and apply to different companies. But the other way of looking at it is that, just like Singapore, it is a country of entrepreneurs. You could also look into the other side, be an entrepreneur. And there you would be able to use all your talents. But there is also a study conducted, no, worldwide, in which if you are employed in a job which does not fit with what you have learned or trained in college, there is a tendency that you'll be receiving lower remuneration as compared to those who are really matched or fit to the job. Square peg to square hole, di ba? Round peg to round hole. So, that's why there are mismatch. I mentioned 4 mismatch.
4, yes.
The other 2 is that education mismatch and spatial mismatch. Spatial mismatch or geographic mismatch mean that maybe we have a lot of nurses in Northern Mindanao, but Northern Mindanao does not need, nurses.
The positions are all taken up.
But it's being needed, for example,
Somewhere
in the
else.
US,
Yes.
or in Europe, or in the Middle East. So that's geographic mismatch. Okay? Now, there are also 2 theories I have mentioned a while ago of education. One is that the college preparation that you have is only a general preparation for the world of work. It could be you'll be an employee or you'll be an employer. The other theory is that there is a one-to-one correspondence. If you're an accounting major, then you should work in an accounting firm-related work. Diba? Now, I don't know which theory applies to you. Okay. Now, man is also given by God different talents. And it is also a creation in progress. So, maybe later on you will discover that you don't only have one skill or talent, but multi-skilled person, multi-talented
And
person.
that is what we need in these times that we are in, where competitiveness is very high. So, kanina merong ikang binanggit, globally competitive. So, isa dapat yan sa dapat tingnan ng mga schools, yan dapat at titingnan ng DOLE, ng SHED, and everyone, all of us, no, hand in hand, na we have to be globally competitive para hindi tayo limited in one single area. Napakabilis ng aking oras dito. Tapos na naman po ang aking dynamic youth, no? Ako'y nalulungkot at marami pa tayong pwedeng pag-usapan. But anyways, I'd like to thank... Meron pa akong oras? Oh, yes. So, thank you very much, Sir Manager. I still have a few more minutes. Kasi may tanong pa po ako sa inyo bago ko i-close yung ating show. Sinabi kasi ni Dr. June na merong depende sa theory yan at ano kung saan ang kailangan. Ano? So tayo ngayon, ano ba ang drive ng DOLE ngayon sa Philippines in terms of our economics?
Okay. DOLE is actually looking into the scenario in which, if possible, all the graduates can have job. That's why DOLE is identifying the priority employment generators for Region 10. In fact, we map out the top 3 skill priorities for 2012 to 2016.
Malayo
Yes,
no,
yeah.
up to 16.
Yes, and that is being classified according to the province where you are. And I think if I'm going to enumerate here, if you look into Camiguin, Camiguin has for the 3 skills priorities, agri-fishery, tourism, and automotive land transport.
Wow. Ang
Yes.
Cagayan de Oro po kaya?
Cagayan de Oro, that's for Misamis Oriental. That's for construction, metals and engineering, ICT and IT related.
So kailangan yung ating architecture na student, gagraduate na siya ngayon kasi
Yes.
kailangan
That is
yun.
part. That is part.
Oh.
Because of the real estate that is booming in our city.
And that is up to 2016.
Yes.
So yun, yun
Yes.
very timely. And even
Yes.
yung ICT natin, you mentioned.
Yes.
So lahat itong mga kabataan na to, meron silang siguradong trabaho pag-graduate nila.
Marami dito.
I think you should give
Oh.
yourselves a round of
Yes.
applause. Yes, sir.
And
What
if you-
about Bukidnon province?
If you're from Bukidnon, we identified the 3 priority skills. This for agri-fishery, this construction, health, social, and other development services.
Bakit hindi naman pumapasok ang education? Papaano naman kami ni Ernest nito?
Ano naman yan? Meron namang other places wherein that professional will excel also.
Okay.
No? Of course, for Lanao Norte, we have metals and engineering. We have construction also and process.
So, ang
foods.
tanong ko sa inyo, Doctor, hetong binanggit ninyong mga courses that is in demand in the next 20 up to the 2016.
Yes.
That is here by region, no? Sinabi
Yes,
ninyo.
as far
Now,
as the
let us talk about national.
Okay.
Pareho lang din ba? Kung ano
National,
yung natin?
according to that's the result of our job fit program, wherein which we identify the key employment generators. No? So, foremost of this in the national scope is the agribusiness, banking and finance, construction, ICT BPO, health and wellness, hotel, restaurant and tourism. We have manufacturing, mining, transport and logistics, wholesale and retail, real estate and overseas employment.
Wow. So lahat tayo may trabaho tayo
Yeah.
sa darating na mga araw, no, until 2016. So you should target yourselves to graduate before 2016. So I'd like to thank our guests and everyone for, tuning in to Dynamic Youth at the same time for joining us here. Dr. Deloso, would you like to say something to encourage our viewers as well as our students and the parents out there?
The only thing in life that you can propel yourselves is your desire, that passion in your heart, not the passion of where you want to be, but rather it's the passion of how you will live 10 years or 20 years from now. But just believe on your dreams, make it high, and just be persistent. And not only that, you should believe that there is God who is looking upon you all the time.
Okay. Miss Faith?
Yes. Young generations of today, una siguro to know more of yourselves. No? Know what you like and what is your passion and what you can do in the future. No? If your parents would insist, talk to them and sit down and so that you'll be able to agree harmoniously.
Okay. Dr. June?
Yeah, maybe my my last comment would be, don't be afraid of the mismatch because it is a worldwide phenomenon.
Yes.
And I think we're not worst, but there are other countries that are worst in terms of mismatch. So just follow your heart, your dreams, and make it happen.
Okay. Ito?
Okay. As for me, Doc, from my perspective, I think that we have been living in a world of fallacy of belief, and that is we are supposed to learn in school or in college in order for us to be good employees. that we are supposed to fit in for that perfect job. But that's not it. We are supposed to make jobs. Are you empowered, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, so that's it, Doc. And second, we are young, and so therefore, we have a very long time for us to prepare for that future, and that we are strong. And therefore, no matter what the statistics would say, we are gonna survive.
Okay. Remember that what we are is God's gift to us, but what we make of ourselves and the future is our gift to God. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat.